All right, how are we doing, everyone? Having fun so far? Great, great. Get pretty pumped because this is a real photograph of a shooting star created by a Varda spacecraft flying back to Earth, carrying medicine that was processed in the microgravity of outer space. This morning, we shipped our 6th vehicle to the launch site, and as our production ramps up, these shooting stars are going to become more and more frequent. And when that happens, something unusual occurs. $2 trillion industries, aerospace and pharmaceuticals, begin to overlap. Now, medicine being improved in space is not a new idea. Demonstrations have been done for decades on the International Space Station. But at Varda, what we're going to do is we don't make new drug molecules. We improve existing ones. And by improving it, I mean the formulation. Pill, IV bag, inhalable, shot, same molecule, different outcome. You can't change gravity on Earth, but you can change it in space, and we can use that to change people's lives back on Earth. The pharma industry today already uses temperature, solvent, time, concentration, density, and a bunch of other variables to optimize the drug formulation. The goal of Varda is to introduce the gravity knob in the same way that refrigeration introduced a temperature knob last century. Our customers don't see us as a space company. They see us as a manufacturer with a technology that is impossible on Earth. Space is not the product. Better drugs are. So why is this possible today? Because for decades, launch looked like this. The most frequently launched rocket between 2000 and 2010 was the Delta II rocket. It launched on average 5 times per year at $65 million a pop. Now, if you wanted to launch a small satellite like a Varda spacecraft, you might be able to find a larger satellite to cozy up to. It's called rideshare. But that's not a supply chain, that's hitchhiking. Today, or I should say last year, Falcon launched 167 times per year. That's over 3 times per week. And so now, for only $2.2 million, I can launch a Varda spacecraft that's capable of processing drugs in space and flying them home. Shipping to space is now just shipping. All right. Now, the future doesn't arrive when we want it to, even though all those demonstrations on the International Space Station have occurred for decades. The future arrives when the numbers work. So let's look at a real drug on the market today. Payers pay about $2.1 billion per year for this drug. That goes to the pharma company that owns the drug. They have a variety of operating expenses, and they walk away with about $672 million of profit. That's 32% operating margin, healthy. One of those line items is formulation. That's where Varda's top line comes in. Now, this specific drug requires 980 pounds per year for its patient population. We can do 980 pounds with 7 launches at 140 pounds a launch. 7 launches at 2.2 million, that comes out to 18 million for launch, another 18 million for the spacecraft, all the other OpEx that we all know and love from aerospace tech startups, and we walk away with an operating profit of 96 million, while our pharma customer maintains 672 million. This is not a science experiment. This is a royalty layer inside an already profitable franchise. We do not ask our customers to believe in space. We ask them to optimize margin. Now, I know 168 million top line ain't turning heads at the Venture Summit, but if you get 10, and only 10, molecules into the Varda portfolio, this becomes meaningful. The point here is that Varda is not binary success. It's a portfolio business. And all we have to do is develop spacecraft that fit in the numbers so the future can arrive. All right, here she is, the Varda W series spacecraft. It only carries 80 pounds, not 140. It only flew 4 times last year, not 7, but we're in striking distance. Look how cute she looks on the shipping truck to space. It's a lot cheaper when you're sharing the cost with all those other satellites, and it's doubly cheaper when the whole thing's reusable. We love doing this every day, making shooting stars full of drugs. Now, I know a picture is worth 1,000 words, but I want to know what the exchange rate is on the real thing. So this is not a prototype. This is a flown production vehicle that generated that shooting star. Now, again, space is not the product, better drugs are. So today, 20% of our capital allocation goes to our pharma lab. We work with our pharma customers to identify drugs in their portfolio that have measurable impact due to microgravity, both technically and economically. And then we develop the microgravity formulation before flying to space in our lab. That $2.1 billion drug, we crystallized it in a novel way in preparation for space. That's our IP. This is our plan, and we're sticking to it. All right, here's my favorite slide. So this is the perpetual motion machine that drives Varda's growth, the business engine. Today, we develop drug formulations that can fit in our current vehicle. High dollar per kilogram, small patient populations. We then increase our flight size, our fleet, scaling it up to serve those patients. A larger fleet means more drugs at lower cost, thanks to economies of scale, and the larger fleet means we can now serve larger populations, or patient populations. And with that means market expansion, and then more market that we can develop drugs for. The flywheel goes round and round, and I forgot to mention we're built on top of a profitable defense business, but that's a story for another day. All right, now let's take our business engine and apply it to our TAM. So this is a bunch of drugs that we're going after. The x-axis is kilograms per year. The y, so how much needs to be manufactured to serve those patients. And the y-axis is the price per gram. Today, we focus on developing drugs at the top left. High dollar value, small patient populations. And as we run that business engine, we march down this curve. TAM becomes SAM, SAM becomes SOM, margins expand as scale compounds. The more we launch, the more money we make. And I love that sentence because every other satellite company is in the constellation business, but our constellation never saturates. And so thanks to Varda, shipping to space and back is just shipping. We started this company asking, what happens if gravity is optional? And it turns out the answer is an entirely new manufacturing industry. Thank you.